Hello people, just wanted to do a video. I haven't done a video probably about a week now, but we're going to be working on the Camaro again here. Last week we started it up and it was idling super high. I didn't figure that out until a couple days later, but basically all it was the Holley Sniper EFI. The unit here works just like a carburetor. You have your idle adjustment screw down here, and because I have a open air cleaner and it's a little bit of a different setup now, it was just breathing a lot better and idling higher. So I had to lower that down a little bit, and also the timing was a little bit out of whack. Now I did do a rough timing on it, but I have some timing tape sitting around somewhere, and I'm going to throw it on that balancer, and hopefully we can get a good timing out of it, or at least get a decent one out of it. I'll show you guys how to do static timing on this Sniper EFI, the Hyperspark system. Basically, you go into it and you tell the car to idle at 10 degrees timing, and 10 degrees before, and you can sit there and it'll sit at 10 degrees before all day long, and you can match up and move your distributor so that it's right there on 10 degrees. And then I want to let this thing idle. I want to look at the oil, make sure everything's still good, make sure we don't have any issues. Maybe we can take it for a drive if everything goes right, but we're going to see how it goes, and maybe Brody the shop dog will help us out with something. But we'll see. Yeah, but I am... Oh, we also have to take off some of this old intercooler piping. We can leave this one here probably, but the stuff that's down there, it's all going to be loose, and I don't want that to fall off while I'm driving down the road, so that's got to go. But other than that, I am going to stick on this timing tape, maybe throw some glue on it because I can never get that stuff to stick. Maybe you guys know a solution for it. If you do, maybe throw a comment down in the comments section down there and let me know, because I can never get that stuff to stick on there. But alright, I'm going to get this started. Alright. Got my timing tape here. You can see down there on the balancer my marker there. There's a top dead center on that. And then, as a matter of fact, it just happens to be right where I can reach it. So I don't have to crank it over or anything like that. So I am going to take that timing tape. I'm going to throw a little bit of Gorilla Glue on it. Give it a shot. And hopefully it lasts a little bit longer. It doesn't fling off immediately. But yeah, let's throw it on there real quick. Alright. Timing tape is on there. Nice and simple. Line up the 0 with the balancer mark on the balancer. And I'm going to sit here and let it dry, and hopefully that sticks on there as soon as we start cranking this thing over and I can actually time it right. But time to get that old piping off. Here's the old intercooler. And, you know, I hate to say that I use too many zip ties, but sometimes I use too many zip ties. Let's see what else I got. There's a bunch of them. It's getting there. Huh. That's where that went. Alright. I got a couple more to knock out up there, and then this whole piece should come out. Nice and easy. Alright, she's off. Alright, intercooler piping is off. And all it was just a turbo, those guys, to an air intercooler. It wasn't water or anything like that. You can see kind of the twin turbo setup right there. Both feed into that, feed into the intercooler, and they continue up into there, blow off valves up in there, into the engine. It worked. But while I'm down here, I kind of forgot my transcooler line. Now my radiator has transcooler already, but this is just extra insurance, I guess. It was kind of sketchy how it was held up, so I'm going to try to get in there in front of the radiator and put it where it's supposed to be and try to get it mounted, so I don't have to worry about that. But to do that, these third-gen Camaros have these little support rails on the radiator mount here. I'm going to loosen those, and I should be able to slip it in between there and mount it up pretty good, so hopefully that won't be sketchy anymore. Alright, transcooler's mounted. Like I was saying, it's overkill, so it might not cool the best right there, but I already have the one on the this radiator here already, and it's pretty good, so I'm not too worried about it. I got all the lines zip tied up, so we don't have anything hanging too low. That's a power steering line right there. I'll have to zip tie that up as well, but it's not very low with the car. Other than that, gosh, I think we're pretty much ready. That glue's probably almost dry now, so I'm gonna drop this thing down and we'll get rolling on it. Okay, everything's set up. Everything should be good to go. I'm gonna get it started here, and hopefully that timing tape doesn't immediately fling off like they usually do. But we're about to find out. So let's get this thing started. Also, I gotta fix this door sag. You can literally see, look. That's how bad it is. I have the pins for it, I just haven't got to it. There's I'd say some bigger issues going on. So, alright, let me get this set up and we'll get this thing started. Alright, about to get it all started. The Holley Sniper's all set up. Basically, all I have to do is put the key in, power everything up, prime the fuel, and we should be good to go. So, let's see how it works. You can hear prime. Shot a little primer squirt in there. Alright, there's the initial screen. So, here we go. Alright, started up pretty good. Idling right around where it should be. This is cold start. Hasn't started in about a week, so it's a lot easier than a carburetor. But I'm going to let it sit here and warm up for a minute. You can see the idling, or the timing jumping around right there as the RPM goes up and down. It's charging. Air-fuel ratio is rich right now, but that's because it's so cold. Base ignition time, you can see jumping around. Idle air control positions at 100%. It's cold right now. Once it gets warm, I need to adjust that down. I think it's between 2 and 5% is where they recommend it, and basically that just allows your unit to adjust the timing, or not the timing, the idle as it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna let it sit here and warm up, and then we'll get the timing light on and hopefully get this timing set straight. Well guys, bad news. Like I said, that timing tape immediately shredded off of that balancer. I just can't win on these things. Luckily that timing mark has a little bit of some timing on it, so I was able to set it up as close as I think it is, and luckily it's running alright, so I think it's pretty close. I'm not too worried about it right now, and I don't have the timing set on anything crazy, so I'm going to let it idle some more, warm up, and maybe we'll take it around the block, or at least pull it out into the driveway. It hasn't been outside in probably a good month now. But yeah, let me get this thing fired up and let it idle some. Alright, let the car idle, warm up, set the timer real quick on it. I am about to take this thing down the road and see how it does for the first time. Alright, took her around the block real quick. It's staying nice and cool. Idling right where it should be, so guys, I just hate the way the exhaust sounds right now. I'm gonna have to change mufflers, but it just sounds terrible. But yeah, we'll see what we can do here in the future. Maybe I'll put on a quieter muffler, cheaper one. These are Flowmaster 40 series right now, so we'll see. Alright guys, well, that's all I'm doing for today. Just a quick little drive. It drove alright. The transmission seemed kind of weird. I gotta check the fluid levels in that, but overall, it's running and driving again. I really hate the way that it sounds right now with this different, with no turbos on it. It's just a lot louder and a lot more annoying, really. But I'm going to look up online, just find some cheap mufflers for this car, maybe like 20 bucks each. They're super simple to swap out, so why not? So yeah, I'll look those up online, figure out which ones we want, and then I'll swap those on, and hopefully it improves the drivability and I don't piss off all the neighbors around here. But overall, it's back up and running, so hopefully we'll get some more driving out of it here before snow starts to fall down. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'll have some more of these videos coming. Thanks a lot. Bye.